Are you always tired of saying yes? Are you the type of person that you are a leader, maybe you own a business, or maybe you have a team, and for some reason you keep doing everything? You have no time for yourself, and all these responsibilities keep piling on. You tell yourself you're going to do better, you're going to have some boundaries, and you're going to say no, but it never happens. If you would like to be a person that can say no and feel good about it, and to pour into your team so that they can do the things that they're supposed to do, while you can focus on the things that you're supposed to do, then this video is for you. What I'm going to teach you today is the 4 levels of delegation. Now, what is delegation? Well, delegation is you empowering other people to do tasks or to have responsibility or to make decisions and authority based on your behalf. Where you go, well, who are you and why should I care? Well, I'm James. I've been in ministry as a pastor for the past 10 years. I've self-published a book, Pain Formation. I flunked out of college. I flunked out of college, went back, got my undergrad, and got my master's. And I am all in on leadership and self-development. It's completely changed my life, and I want to help you do the same. But one thing that's not going to change is if you don't learn how to say no. Now, the thing about no is that this is a complete sentence. All right? No. Now, before I hit the 4 levels of delegation, I want to share with you on why you feel scared to say no. Why do you have that fear to say no? Why do you have that anxiety to say no when people ask you if you have time for something, they ask you to do something? And I'll never forget when I first started in ministry, I had a good team. We had 3 services in 2 different campuses, so a lot of logistics. And I was big on helping people. I wanted to help people. But the problem is, the larger my team got, the harder it was for me to help everybody. And I would then feel guilty if somebody asked me to do something. I'd feel guilty to say no. So I had a person request something, another person asked me something. Hey, James, you got 5 minutes? Hey, James, can we do this? Hey, can you do that? Do this, do that, do this, do that. And then next thing you know, I never said this, which left me, what do you think? Do you think that left me fueled? Do you think that left me in my zone of genius to do things only I can do? Absolutely not. I was drained. It was awful. Why? All because I said yes way too many times. Yes to this, yes to that, yes to wiffle ball bat. And then I had to learn, what's the problem here? Why am I saying yes to everything? When I have had a team of people, right? A team of people, okay, these are my people. I had a team of people that were there to do stuff, right? But the problem is, I would say yes. So here's me. I would say yes instead of saying no. At the same time, I had a team of people who were ready and available and willing, capable to do the thing if I said no. And then I could bring that back to them. But the thing is that you feel the fear of letting somebody down. You feel the disappointment of letting somebody down. You go, man, I don't want you to be mad at me. All right, no, yes, I'll do it. Hey, I don't want to let you down. Yes, I'll do it. Now, sure, there are some things you have to do, absolutely. But I guarantee your schedule is probably jam-packed of things you should have said no to, but unfortunately you said yes to. So, delegation. What is delegation and why does it matter, and how in the world does this work with us in regards to saying no? I'll try one of these markers. So the first level of delegation, which I'll put, all right, so before we even get to the first level, just really quick, delegation is passing off a task to empower a leader to do something that you ought to do. But you can't just give them the task, you have to give them the authority, okay? So remember, okay, you have to give them the task and the authority to make the decision. If you give them the task without the authority, then they can't make a decision. Where do they go whenever they have a question? They come back to you. then they need more help, and then they need for you to do the thing. And then you go, oh man, it's just easier for me to do it all by myself than trying to show so-and-so what to do. That is not going to get you the results you're looking for. It can in the short term, but not in the long term. So whenever you are teaching somebody something or delegating to them, I'm going to go with low-level leadership, like early, this person is green, like they have no idea what to do. They haven't done it before. They need your help. They need your help. So the framework for this really comes from the Bible, from the model that Jesus did. So this is a Jesus model of delegation. Now, some of you, whether or not you believe the Bible, doesn't really, it doesn't negate the principles of delegation. So the first one is when you have somebody and you want to teach them the thing so that they can start doing it, you give them the task and the authority. This is the first step. Watch me do it. Okay? That's number one. Watch me do it. Watch me do it. Say it with me. Watch me do it. Now I know this is like, okay, yeah, I get that. Just hold on. The person has to watch you. If you want that person to think how you think and to do it at the level of excellence that you do, to do at the standard that you've set, because I'm talking to high achieving leaders. If you're not a high achieving leader, this probably is not going to go well with you. But if you are, then you have to recognize that they have to watch you do it. Watch me do it. And then afterward, pick their brain. What did you see? What were some things that happened? Let's evaluate this. What could we improve? What do we need to keep? All that. So watch me do it. And the way this happens, referring back to Jesus and the model that he did with his disciples, this delegation piece is they walked with him as he served, loved, cared for people, as he healed people. Where were the disciples? They were with Jesus. Watch me do it. Hello. That's what happened. So, number 2 in the 4 levels of delegation. Watch me do it. Now, let's do it together. This is the critical piece right here, because what most people do is they say, watch me do it, and then unfortunately they skip to the third. This is the crux of leadership. Leadership isn't, let me tell you, go do this, to point and tell somebody what to do. Leadership is also being a guide to help someone get better and improve for their benefit, and also for the benefit of the company, organization, or your business, or whatever the case is. But leadership isn't pointing at somebody and telling them to do something. So this is extremely important. So as the disciples they walked around with Jesus, they watched him do it. And then the next part again is let's do it together. So there were times when Jesus kind of passed off the ministry and they did it together. They're hands on, boots on the ground, helping with the things that Jesus did. Do you understand? Okay, I know I can't hear you, but I'm saying this is important. Make sure you don't, if you miss this, number 2, you will never get to the freedom of being a true transformational leader. You'll never get to it because this takes time. Let's do it together. All right, watch me do it. Let's do it together. Number 3 of the delegation framework that I kind of came up and thought up with just reading through the Bible and how Jesus led. Watch me do it. Let's do it together. Number 3, I watch you do it. Now I'm going to watch you do it. Okay, but what happens again is when you skip this second part, it's, hey, watch me do it. Okay, now you go do it. All right, but it's, hey, watch me do it. Let's do it together. Now I'm watching you. Now I'm watching, what are you doing? Now I'm getting a feel for, hey, you're actually missing this right here. Okay, and remember, as Jesus assigned the disciples to go out and to tell people about him, to go out and start to pray for people, go out and start heal people with the work of the Holy Spirit. That's later. But you have to see that Jesus is with them as they do the work. Okay? So why would we think that we should do it differently? Why would you think you should do it differently? Be with your people as they're doing the work. Be with them, give them feedback, help them. All right? That's number 3 in regards to the 4 levels of delegation. Watch me do it. Let's do it together. I watch you do it. Last one. Because most people think this is it. Most people stop at 3. 4 is the secret. 4 is the secret that will unlock your leadership potential. 4 is the secret that will change your life and change the lives of other people. And it's all connected. It's a pipeline. It has to go down all the way to number 4. All right? Now remember, this is all what happened with Jesus. Hey, watch me as I walk through the crowds. Hey, let's do it together. Let's embark on this kind of leadership journey. Now, I'm going to go and send you out. I'm going to send you out. The last part is this. Now, go and teach someone else. This is the crux that most people don't understand. If you aren't leading and developing your people so that they can lead and develop people, you will never be able to truly delegate. You'll never be able to say no. The reason why you can't say no is because you haven't developed your team to do things without you. Once you develop a team to do things without you, that fear and anxiety of saying no goes away. Why? Because they've watched you do it. You've done it with them. You've watched them do it, and you've seen them pour into other people. And then that person will do the same thing, right? It's a cycle. It's a cycle. It's a cycle of leadership. It's a good, healthy cycle of leadership and delegation. So if you want to be a person, okay, who is a transformational leader, who can have the confidence and the desire to say no, because this leader knows that the team will take care of it. The task will get taken care of. No, I cannot do that. And you can trust your team to do it. It's all because you've gone with the 4 levels of delegation. Again, this is from the Bible. This is throughout the work of Christ. As you can see here, they did hey, watch Jesus do the work. Let's walk together. Hey, I'm going to watch you go out. And then last one, throughout the Holy Spirit, when the Holy Spirit gave, everyone gifts and fell on the disciples, and Jesus gave the Great Commission, go and go and make disciples. This is that framework of go and show and teach someone else the responsibility that you have learned. And when you do that, you'll be able to grow an amazing, solid team of leaders to where it's easier for you to say no so that you can focus on the things that you need to. But if you don't follow this framework of delegation, you're going to stay stuck, you're going to stay frustrated, and you're going to stay burned out. So I encourage you, follow these to a T, and you can never go wrong. I hope this was a blessing to you, and remember, you are one slant away from changing your life.